A conservative group known as Judicial Watch has released a report indicating that Kathryn Bigelow, the director of the movie The Hurt Locker, had access to the commander of SEAL Team 6 and also had access to something known as the Vault, which the Pentagon has classified information in. And basically the conservatives are arguing that this is ridiculous, that this could possibly leak sensitive information that could put members of SEAL Team 6 in jeopardy. And they're also uncomfortable with the fact that it shows that the Obama administration is possibly using Hollywood as a propaganda tool to basically make it seem like, or exaggerate his success of catching Osama bin Laden prior to the election.
This is a very rare case where I think the Republicans are right on both grounds. Okay. Now, first of all, if the movie was slated to come out in October before the election, that's so outrageous as to be silly. Okay, oh, everybody go to the movies and watch President Obama's team take out bin Laden. I mean, come on. If Bush did that, I'd lose my mind over it. That's crazy, no way. And so, I mean, even the commercials coming out before the election, I'm not in favor of.
Right, even if it's released, if the movie itself is released after the election, we're going to be seeing trailers for it for months prior to its release.
Yeah.
And of course that's going to have an effect. And
they claim, oh no, it's going to be about Navy SEAL Team 6, not necessarily about President Obama. You think there aren't going to be cool shots of the president saying, you know, like, it's go time? Or whatever it is, right? And Hillary Clinton being like this, and it's so brave to make the decision. Oh, come on, no way, no way, no way. So you allow them access to, it's actually the CIA's vault, to rooms that are so secret, in another case, where you're not even allowed to know the name of the room, okay? And then you tell them, the main guy in the Navy SEAL team, that no one is allowed to know their identity. The filmmakers are told his identity. If Bradley Manning had done that, well, he'd be in the situation that he is today, right? So when Bradley Manning does it, he's a traitor and, you know, should be given a life sentence and should be in the beginning treated incredibly harshly before he's even charged. When a filmmaker does it, well, as long as they're fluffing us up, God bless you. What secrets do you need? Come on. You want to come to the CIA vault? You want to go to the unnamed room? You want the most important identity we have of our top agents that go and kill people like bin Laden? Yeah, of course, have at it, Oz. As long as we're doing the leaking and it's in favor of the government, it's all okay. But if the government doesn't like what you're leaking, it doesn't show them in a positive light, life sentence.
I'm just uncomfortable with the government, whether it be the Obama administration or Republican administration, having their hands in the media, the news media, the entertainment media. It makes me extremely uncomfortable, right? Because we already see so much propaganda as it is. And so many Americans go to the movies and they want to see something, an action movie, and not have to think. They turn their brains off and they consume it. And at the same time, they're exposed to this propaganda without even really realizing it. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there are a ton of people out there who do realize it. But I just hate the idea of the government being so closely involved in everything we watch and everything we do. It's state-run media.
That's happened for a long time. That was what I wanted to contribute. The idea that going back 1920s, 30s, 40s, 30s and 40s certainly, when you wanted contributions, especially from the military, you know, you'd give them approval. To some extent, not full script approval, but sometimes they'd negotiate things in certain movies, like Run Silent, Run Deep, which was a Clark Gable movie, Burt Lancaster, and you know, and you'd get that description at the end, or you get that in you know, Crimson Tide, where the Navy who cooperated at the end made sure that they said, hey, there's never been a mutiny on a U.S. nuclear sub. So there'll be subtle little things like that if you're going to get the cooperation. That's a long-standing relationship.
One last thing about that is that I feel that we've lost track that it's something we have to look out for, right?
Yes, exactly.
So, for example, like back in the day, they didn't have full script approval. Now they have full script approval, and nobody even blinks an eye. They'll think like, of course, that's it. Obviously, you give it to the Pentagon, and if they don't approve your script, you don't make the movie, right? Now, they could make the movie in different ways as they did with Avengers, but that's a lot of times they don't. They go in that direction.